कल्याणी श्रूयते वा?
श्रूयते महोदय।
कृपया क्षम्यताम्, अद्य विलम्बो जातः। बहुवारं प्रयत्नं कृतवान् अन्ते आगन्तुं, तत्र वेबिनार् टूल् मह्यं न त्यक्तवान् एव। So I could not log in because of some network issues. Still, I hope that we continue for another half an hour so that we can have this class. Pray to Bhagavan for removing the obstacles. Yasya jnanadaya sindho ragadhasya nagha gunaha sevyatamakshaya dhira sashyajai chamritaya cha. So what I want to do over the next two classes are, next one class, or I don't know how many classes it will take. I want to give an executive summary of the full Prathama Kanda by telling what is that which is told in each of these vargas. So we start with the Swarga Varga. So before Swarga Varga, Amarasimha has given a Mangalarcharana, and then he has given what is the basis of he taking doing this Amarakosha. So Samahrityanya Tantrani Sanskrittai Prati Samskritaihi. So he has taken the tantras from different koshas, and he has made sure that it is in accordance with the Paninian Vyakarana, and the only exception he tells is it is in Sampurna Muchyate Vargaihi. And what is the specialty of Amarakosha is he has given domain-based vargas. He has done the Vargikaranam, Sarga Varga, Vari Varga, Dik Varga, like that, Vargikaranam Kritam, Nama Anushasanam Kritam. Kechana Koshaha Kevalam Nama Anushasanam Kurvanti, Kechana Koshaha Kevalam Linga Anushasanam Kurvanti, Parantu Amarasimhena Nama Linga Anushasanam Kritam. So Amarasimha has done both Namanushasana and Linganushasana. That is what he says in the second shloka. And then he gives the rules for interpreting the Amarakosha. So he says that Prayasho Rupa Bhedena, generally by the Rupa Bheda, Akaranta, Ikaranta, by the Rupa Bheda itself we can know the Lingas, or we can know by the Sahacharya Niyama, or specifically I will give Stripun Napumsaka, or I will, that Vishesha Vidhi will be there. Like that we can understand the Lingas. So in order to have zero confusion or ambiguity, he has not done the Dvandva Samasa where there is a Vinna Lingatva. Suppose two words are there which are different Lingas, he has not done the Dvandva Samasa there. Like that Pratigya he has done. And wherever there are different Padas, three Lingas are there, he has used Vishesha Nignas, and these kind of words are there, he has used the word Trishu. And where there it is in two Lingas, which is Pullinga and Strilinga, he has used the word Dvayoho. And where there is a Nishiddha Linga, Astri, means Pullinga and Napumsakalinga. So there is a separator which is used in Amarakosha, which is Tu, Atha, Ityadi. These are separators which separate the previous set of words from the new set of words. This is what is the paribhasha based on which you can interpret the entire Amarakosha. This I have explained in detail in one of the classes using examples. So people can look into those slides. I don't know which class it was, but in one class I have explained this very in detail. Now let us come to the Swarga Varga. In Swarga Varga, the first word that has been chosen is Swarga. The second word that has been chosen are the Devas. The third word which has been, so Devas you have about 26 names. The next set of words are for the Ganadevatas, and then you have Devayonaya, the Vidya, Apsaras, Gandharvas, Yaksha, Kinnara, all these are called Devayonaya. Then you have Asuras, then you have Buddha, then you have Shakya Munihi, then Brahma, Vishnu, then you have, so first from Amara, Nirjara Devas to Devatas Priyam is Devas. Then you have Ganadevatas, then Devayonayaha, then Asuraha, then Buddha, then Brahmatmabhuhu is Brahma, then Vishnu Narayana is Vishnu. Like that, after Vishnu, you have related to Vishnu whatever is there, that is his Kaumodaki, Gada, Khadgaha, Ityadi. Then you have his Vahana, all those things related to Vishnu. That also is coming. Before that, you have Krishna, Vasudeva, and Balabhadra. Then you have Manmatha, Madano Manmatho Maraha. Then you have the 5. In the Adhika Pata, you have the Panchabhanas of Manmatha. And there are other Banas which are told as Unmadana, Sthapana also. Those are also being told. Then you have Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi's names. Then you have Vishnu's paraphernalia, which is his Ratha, his Vahana, all those things, Sarathi, etc. Then once Vishnu is done, then comes Shiva. So Shiva completely, lot of words, about 48 words are there, very, very important words. Then we have the Sapta Mataraha, then Ashtasiddhi, which is called Vibhuti, Bhutihi, Aishwaryam, Ashtasiddhi. Then you have Aishwarya is Vibhuti, Bhuti, Aishwaryam. Animadikam Ashtada is the Ashtasiddhi. It is not directly given in the Mula, but we have understood it is there. Anima, Mahima, Chaiva. These are the Ashtasiddhis. Then we have the Gauri, Uma Kartyayani Gauri, Parvati. Then Parvati's sons, which is Vinayaka and Kartikeya. So followed by Parvati's sons, Vinayaka and Kartikeya. And then you have Indra. Indra is a very important god in the Vedas. So Indra is told. So Indra's names. Then Indra's wife, Indra's Nagari to Amaravati. Indra's Nagari. Then his horses, his son. Then his elephant Airavata. Then his Indra's Ayudha, which is Vajra. Then Indra's Vimana, general Vimana, sorry, not Indra's Vimana. It is general Vimana, Vyoma-Yanam Vimanosti. Then Surashaya, Naradabhya Surashaya. So Deva Sabha, then Mandakini, Ganga, that is Ganga in the heaven. Then Meru Meru Hematri, or these are the golden Parvatas. Then Devataravaha, Mandara Parijata, Santana Kalparusha Harichandranam are the Devataravaha. Then Ashwini Kumara, Apsaras, there you have the Apsaras name. Then after the Apsaras and the Gandharvas, you have Agni. Agnir Vaishwanaravanhihi Vitri. Agni is a very important synonym for in Swargavarga. We have lot of Aptil Ashusukshanihi. I think Agni we have about 34 synonyms. Apittam till there. Then we have the Agni or the fire which comes in the Vadavagni. Vadavagni is the fire in the ocean. Then sparks, etc., and derivatives of Agni. Then comes your Yama, Dharmarada Pitrupatihi, Yama. Then Rakshasas. Once Rakshasa, then comes your Varuna. Then you have Vayu. Then you have Kubera, which will come later. Before that, Vayu, we have Vayu which is outside, Vayu which is inside the body. And then related to that Vayu, some words related to Vayu, which is Shigram, Tvaritam, Laghu, Kshipram, which is fast and all. Then you have Santata, Anarata, Ashranta, Avirata, and all those kind of the words. which deals with Nitya. Then you have Atishaya. These are some of the special words. Then Kubera. Then Kubera's Ratha. Then Kubera's son. Kubera, where he lives. Then his Nagara called Alaka. Then Vimana Pushpaka. Then the Kinnaras and Kimpurushas. The Samanya Nidhi, etc. Like this. This is a set of, this is how Amarasimha takes the Swargavarga. Now, in Swargavarga, does anybody have any doubt? Any questions in Swargavarga? At this point, I take a small stop. Anything that you have not understood, or any set of words where you don't know this set of words belong to this particular category. Any doubt in Swargavarga, please raise your hand. Radhika Mata.
Hari Om Mahodaya. In this Buddha, I think Mahavira Jain is also included. Is it this Amarasimha does not differentiate between Buddha and Jinnah? Is that so? Because it says Jinnah or Buddha, there are 18 synonyms, and again it comes to Gautama Buddha. There are 7 synonyms.
So, what is the meaning of, what is the Nishpatti of Jinnah? What is the Nishpatti of the word Jinnah? So, I think this we discussed in one of the classes. The word Jinnah is a realized soul. It can be Jain, but it can be realized. Buddha himself is a realized soul. So that is one explanation which we can give. Pratibha Bhagini.
Mahodaya. Jinnah, I think it means one who has won over Arishad Varga.
That is one, then he is realized. So that is what? That can mean anybody. So when we go to the Nishpatti, it can mean anybody. We should not go by the word and this one. So one who has won the Arishad Varga can be Buddha also. Only if he can won the Arishad Vargas, he can do that. I think this I have explained in the class also.
Okay, I will go through the recording.
Dhanyawadaha.
Mahodaya, I had one more doubt. Whether we discussed in class, but what is the difference between Rakshasa and Asura?
We discussed this. Asura is who, see, now you see Asura, Daitya, Daiteya, Danujendrari, Danavaha. They are given. Okay. Now if you see, this Daksha Prajapati had got 2 wives. Who are those 2 wives?
Diti and Aditi.
The people who were born to Ditis were?
Ditis were Asuras. Aditi, Sura.
So this is the Pradhana difference. First thing is Asuras are Daityas. That means they are born to Diti. Whereas Rakshasa can be any Rakshasa. This is the first difference. The second difference which we can tell is the Rakshasa, for example, for some we say Banasura, Narakasura. For some we use the word Rakshasa. So normally I think we discuss this. Now Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu and all, they are Rakshasas or they are Asuras?
We say, I think, Rakshasa. In general terminology, it is Rakshasa, but I think they are also again Diti's children.
then he should be asura. They should be asuras. Venkatraghavan Mahodaya.
Namaskara. Sir, just wanted to offer some thoughts. Maybe I just want to clarify. Here, a Rakshasa could have a demonic tendency, like Asura's tendency. For example, Ravana is a Brahmana, but he had the Asuric or the demonic tendency. So, more apt for Ravana will be Rakshasa as opposed to Asura. So that is one of my understandings, sir. So correct me if I am wrong.
Yeah, that is na suraha asuraha. So one who does not have the sattva guna pradhana, but either tamo guna pradhana or sattva is not at all there. Sattva and rajas is what is the height. They become asuras, and they are also now many times these asuras have some divine connection. They etc. In their earlier birth or in the earlier avatara, some divine connection is always there. They become, by some reason, they become asuras. That was one clarification. 1 second. I will come back to you, sir. Pancharadam, sir, do you remember what I told in the class? I think I explained this.
Yeah, you did. No, this is the way I understood. You also touched on it. The fact you mentioned at the beginning. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Right. What I'm saying is, Suras and Asuras, they share pretty much the same genealogy, but their nature is quite opposite. Whereas Rakshasa, they are coming from different genealogy altogether. That's why Asura can become a Sura. Sometimes Asura also has sometimes Indra behaves like an Asura sometimes. So they are like between Pandavas and Kauravas. They have the same genes, but they begin badly. They react based on their nature. So that's the way I understood it. So it comes from the same genealogy. You said they share the same father, different mothers. So they take up different natures. Other than that, I don't know. They say they do. Asuras are very, very much look like Asuras, but they have very bad nature. Which I think you did something around that in the beginning of the class, that right now they have the features, and an Asura can become Asura by doing good deeds. So
Asuras can become Suras by doing good deeds.
Right.
But Rakshasas suddenly cannot become Suras.
Yeah.
They cannot become Devas.
Right. They are different. They are totally different genealogy-wise. Because Ravana, yes, is a Rakshasa. He belonged to the Sura category or Asura category. That's one of the. And also they live in the Patala, right? Whereas Asuras and Suras, they don't live in Patala Loka. They live wherever, the heavens or whatever you call them. So that's the way I understood. I think you touched on this both during the class, also right now you mentioned it. So.
Okay. Okay. Ananta Krishna Mahodaya, you want to share some thoughts on this?
Akaranta Pullinga. रूपाणि ज्ञातव्यानि किम् एव विशेषशब्दाः
रूपाणि नास्ति असुर राक्षसयोर् कः भेदः इति प्रश्नः
असुर
राक्षसयोः अमरसिंहेन असुराः इति एकः विषयः
असुर नासुरः
अन्यत् किं तद् अन्यत् किं कः विशेषः तत्र?
राक्षसाः राक्षसाः रक्षशब्दोपि अस्ति रक्ष
Mahodaya, maybe we can listen to the older classes and maybe in next class we can discuss again.
We can discuss again. I will clarify this again. Okay.
We will also look through the older, earlier classes.
You have to look in the second half. When I have done Rakshasat Kaunapak Kravyat, that is when I have explained it. I remember I have explained it.
Okay, Astu Mahodaya.
I referred some Vyakhyana and explained, I remember. Let us see. Otherwise I will remember that again.
Astu Mahodaya. Dhanyawada.
So I think we can go to the next Varga. We will go to the next Varga now. If there are no questions at this stage. Well, let me see. Let me come to the second Varga is the second Varga, Vyoma Varga. Okay. So Vyoma Varga is very simple. Vyoma is Akasha. So first he defines Akasha, then goes for all the 16 words is related to Akasha only. Then Dig Varga is there. Dig Varga is very important Varga. First defines the Dig, Dishastu Kubak Kashtaha. So first he tells which are the 4 directions and also talks about the synonym of the word Dig. Then something which belongs to Dig is Dishya, that is what is told. Then Dig Palaka, Disham Patayaha. Disham Patayaha is told. So Indravanhi, so Indravanhi, Pitripati, Nairuta, Varuna, Marut, Kubera, Isha. So here only 8 directions are told. Then once the Dig Patis are told, Dig Gajas are told for these 8 directions. Then you have, when the Dig Gajas are told, the Dig Gaja Patnis are told, which is the Karinya. And then the Madhyava, Antarala Diks, the Madhyabhaga of 2 Diks is also told. Then you have the main thing which is Megha. So something which is connected to Dig Varga and Akasha and all those things is the Megha, which is dealt with in most of the kavyas. So Megha, Megha Vrinda, Megha Nirghosha. So all that is told. Once that Megha Nirghosha is the sound made by the clouds, then Vidyut, the lighting, then lighting related words, then comes the rain, rain and Dhara, Sampata, Asara. So all these related to rain. Then you have Megha Channe Dine, the day which is full of cloudy day, all those things are discussed. Then the moment when the clouds and other things finish, then you have the moon which comes. Then comes your moon, means moon reflection, moon phases of the moon, then moonlight, then purity, then moon Kalanka, Lanchanam, then the Shobha or the Kanti of the moon, then Hima, then comes your Hima. The moment snow comes, then all the Shaitya, then the Himalaya means some rishis, etc. So Agastya, Lopa, Mudra, then all the nakshatras. Now comes your nakshatras. Then once the nakshatra is over, then comes the Saptarishi Mandala, the constellations, Budha, Rahu, Shani, the Lagnas, the Rashis, Then you have Surya. Once you come to Rashi, you have to talk about Surya. Then Surya related the rays of the sun. Then the heat generated by the sun, etc. All that. So this finishes the Dikvarga. So it starts with, so actually Vyoma and Dikvarga relates to the constellation, the sun, moon, the directions, the Dikpatis, and other words related to that. This is about Vyoma and Dikvarga. So the moment Swarga, so Amarasimha's flow is Swarga first. Then after Swarga, he comes down and he talks about the directions. The next thing, which is, see, after Paramatma, the next thing that is big or Mahat in this world is the Akasha. So that's why he takes Akasha. And then he comes to the Dik, and then the Dik Devatas, and he finishes all those things related to Dik and the nature. Once he finishes that much, then he comes to the Kala. This Kala is a very, very important Varga, where he talks about Kala. Then he talks about the Tithis, which is especially the Prathama Tithi. Then he talks about the day. Then he talks about how the days are divided, which is Ratri, day, night, how the 12 classifications, the Kala Chakra, what we call. Once he does that, then he talks about Amavasya, Sinivali, all those things. Then Rahu Grasta, it is eclipse, all that Uparaga, Sopaplava, then Ahoratra, then the Masas. Once the Masa is done, the Rutus. Once the Rutu is done, then he goes for Manvantras and the Pralaya and the Brahmas, Ayu, etc. that he explains. Then Papa and Punya. Papa, Punya, Kshema, all those things. So because of Papa and Punya only, we are circling in this samsara chakra, which is why Papa and Punya come there. And then related to that, some words are there, which is Prashasta, Vachaka, Shabda, etc. etc. Then Guna, Sattva, Rajas, Tama, Guna. Then birth, so the birth takes place because rebirth, birth and all takes place. The Jantu is there. All these things takes place because of the Papa and Punya. That is why birth, the word birth also is defined there. So this finishes the Kala Varga. The Dhi Varga again, I will finish afterwards. You can ask all the questions. We can take the questions tomorrow also. In Dhi Varga, you have Buddhir Manisha Dishana. So Buddhi, related to Buddhi, Sankalpa, Manas. Then you have Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, Tanmatra, then Rasaha, what else you have? After Rasaha, you have the Rupam, Shabda, Gandha, Rasa. So once Rasa is over, Gandha, he comes to the Gandha and talks about the smell. Then he comes to the Shabda and deals it in a different Varga called Shabda Varga. Before that, the Rupam, he deals with Rupa by talking about the colors. So he finishes the colors and deals with the Rupa. The Shabda requires a detailed explanation, so he takes Shabda separately. And then he talks about word, Brahmi to word, sentence, Brahmi to Bharati Bhasha, how does a word come, then the Shabda Shakti, then what sentence, then sentence means Vedas, Vedas means Vedas Angas, then the Itihasa Purana, then Anvikshiki, all the Chaturdasha Vidyasthana, then you have Smritis, Smriti, then you have Katha, Akhyayika, Ahvana, all those things. Then in between we have small words like Prashna and all those small things. Then related to the expression. So you have Prashna is an expression, Prativachana is there. Then you have Satya as an expression. Then you have Mithya, Papodbhava is there. Then Kirti, Stuti, Uchchair Ghosha, Kaku, Ninda, all these are Nishtura Bhashana, Bharsana, all these are expressions. So expression is also dealt with in the Shabda Varga. Then the different types of Bhashanas, Alapa, Pralapa, Bahuba, what is this, Anulapa, Vipralapa, all these Sallapa is described. Then Vagbhedaha. Then we have Satya, all these Satya Vachana and probably related to the sounds. Then he goes into the sounds. The moment he goes into the sounds, he gets into the Natya Varga, where he describes the Pradhana sound, which is Saptaswaras, then how the Saptaswaras are generated in the nature, then the instruments, we saw that in detail, there are a lot of instruments, string instrument, all these types of instruments. Then the dance related and the Natya Shastra related words. So Tauryatrikam, then Natya Shastra related characters. That is where he introduces King, Bhattaraka, etc., Kumari, Trutya Vishesha, Amma, etc. All these things which come in the Natya Shastra he introduces. The most important concept which he introduces is the Angika, Vachika, all these kind of abhinayas, and then he gets into the rasas. Because rasabhivyakti is very important in Natya Shastra. So once rasa is there, sthayi bhava, sanchari bhava, etc. They are described. So that is about the Natya Varga. Then this sthayi bhava, sanchari bhava, you have all these, for each of the rasas you have. Then I think some other emotions, I think till there emotions have been described. Then some other special things related to Natya Shastra, Nidra, Swapna, etc., Rodana, etc. All these things which happen on the stage are described. So that finishes the Natya Varga. The Patala Bhogi Varga is full of snakes and related to the Patala Loka, because Swarga Loka, Bhuloka, Patala Loka. Bhuloka he is going to deal in Dvitiya Kanda, Bhumi Varga, etc. in detail also. So Patala he wants to finish. So there that is one loka where the Nagas live. So it talks about different types of snakes, and then the different shapes, etc. All these things, and different types of poison, and who is a person who takes care of Sarpa Vaidya is also told. Sarpa Grahi is also told. All those things are related to Sarpa. Then comes your Naraka Varga, which is different types of Naraka. Only some few Narakas have been told here, unlike Bhagavata, where there are a lot of Narakas which have been told. Then Vari Varga is a very important Varga, where things related to water is being told. Because water is Jivanam. Jivanam means it is life. And that is what differentiates our planet from other planets. 70% of Earth is water. So which is why Vari Varga is being dealt. Then the first word is Samudra. Then Vari, which is the Jala. Then Samudra related words. Then Tira, Nadi, etc. All those kind of words. Nauka, the boats. Then boat means boat person who drives the boat, the parts of the boat, etc. All these things are dealt with in detail here. Then again, boat as a boat and fishing as a profession. So all that related to fishing. is told, and then the most important thing is the aquatic animals and creatures, because I think he did not have place elsewhere, so he deals with all the aquatic animals and creatures. That is just like a dictionary which where you have to understand through some pictures, and I think we did that with some pictures with the help of the Chitra Amarakosha. Then other kinds of water bodies like well, then ponds, canals, channels, all these things have been dealt, I think. Then the nadis, most important is the nadi. There were 500 nadis in our country. Some few nadis have been described in this varga. And thus, after describing the nadis and giving us the punya of visiting our visiting these nadis by reciting their names, then we come to the things which grow there. One of the main things is the lotus, because that is used for the puja and other things. So that has been described there, because very, very important, lotus grows in the nadi, pond, etc. So that's why that is told. And then he finishes the kanda, the Prathama Kanda. So this is the summary of the Prathama Kanda, which I thought I should tell in one stretch. So we will have some questions. I will take the questions, but I don't know whether I will be able to answer them all, or we will do the questions tomorrow in tomorrow's class. We will. I would request all of you to revise your points and come. What are the one? Shrikruti.
महोदय
What is your?
स्वर्गवर्गेण मम एकः प्रश्नः अस्ति उपप्राणाः सन्ति खलु नागश्च कूर्मः कृकरो देवदत्तो धनञ्जयः वाग्द्वारे नाग आख्यातः कूर्म उन्नीर्णे स्मृतः. Like that there are two more lines, right? Can you भवान् कृपया अर्थं वदतु.
Which one you are telling? Upaprana.
सर्गवर्गेण उपप्राणाः सन्ति खलु अधिकपाठः.
Can I tell you tomorrow? See, this I have not told you. Yes, you are right. This I didn't explain in the when I explained the Swargavarga, because that was not at all there. Those two lines were not at all there when I explained. She has picked it up rightly. So there is a prana, and the pranas which are inside the body, there are these upapranas. It is just a name of these upapranas. I will talk about this tomorrow. I have not spoken about this. I will talk about this tomorrow.
धन्यवादः.
अवश्यं वदामि. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीमहीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. नागश्च कूर्मः कृकरो देवदत्तो धनञ्जयः.